Hey, what is up guys, Jake here and welcome to a new video. And today I will be doing a comparison between some cheap brand gouache versus some professional grade gouache. So I will be comparing the probably well-known Reeves gouache, which is around, at least in Canadian dollars, 20 bucks for a pack of 18 colors, versus the Winsor Newton Designer's gouache, which is $10 a tube. Yeah, right after my Viktor Nikiforov speed paint, I bought 6 tubes of professional gouache, and I thought that I would do this comparison video. So today I'm just gonna do side by side swatching of different things you can do with gouache with Reeves and Winsor Newton. So on the left is the ones that I freshly made. On the left is the Reeves, and on the right is the Winsor Newton. Now, when I applied the Reeves gouache, I had to water it down because it's just so thick and dry. So you have to water down gouache a bit, anyways. But with the Reeves gouache, it's kind of thick and creamy, and it really just does not lay flat. If you've seen my Viktor video, you've seen that when I did the hair, I went over it multiple times because it was so streaky, it just wouldn't lay flat. And still, right now, it's a bit streaky, but I just went with the flow of the hair so it would look natural. And yeah. Now here I'm going to do a test by blending the colors together. So I'm using a bit of water and mixing the purple with the Reeves gouache. And as you can see, again, just very dry, even though I watered it down quite a bit, so I'm adding even more water for it to continuously flow. And here again, I'm trying to lay it flat, blend it all together, but it just does not want to work. So I thought that was actually kind of misleading to me because I thought that gouache just could not lay flat or blend, but it was actually just the gouache itself. So that's what you should look out for. Don't expect the highest quality results from cheap gouache. Just use it for practice, which is basically what I did. And gouache kind of became one of my favorite mediums now. Now here is where you can tell a very big difference. Now I watered down significantly the colors and laid it on the paper, so it's like a watercolor wash. And as you can see, with pretty much the same amount of water on each and very similar colors, the Winsor Newton is just stays so much more vibrant. You can see how dull and muted the purple on the Reeves is. But when you compare them, and also when they dry, the Reeves actually stayed in that stage. How streaky it looks right now, it just did not, the colors did not move at all, so it just dried as you see it there. But the Winsor Newton just laid super flat, which is really nice, and plus it kept its color. Now I'm going to do a blending comparison. Now when I did my second gouache painting, I tried to blend the colors, but it just wouldn't work. But then again, that was Reeves gouache problems. They just, the cheap gouache just does not want to blend, when in reality you can actually blend a bit with gouache. It's not really easy, I still struggle a bit, but I was actually able to get a gradient from orange to blue. So I started out, since I didn't have an orange, a natural orange with the Winsor Newton, I had to mix it with primary red and primary yellow. So I put orange, and then next to it I laid down the primary red. Then next to the red I put my mixed purple. And as you can see already, it's blending fairly well. And then using, I think, primary blue, I got the complete like a completed gradient. Just blending it a bit better so it looks a bit smoother. The Reeves set already came in with an orange, so I just used that, and then yeah, basically I didn't have to do much color mixing except for the purple. And this is where it gets a bit iffy. So here I'm just trying like really hard to blend the two colors, but they're just so thick and like dry. Like the Reeves gouache just dries so quickly compared to the Winsor Newton that I don't have time to blend it out, and they're just so creamy and like resistant that I can't do anything, like no matter what I did. Which is basically what happened when I tried to blend the colors with my Amanda piece. It just did not work. As you can see, it just made a very muddy orange instead of, well, muddy red instead of a red to purple transition. So this is pretty much it for this video. Tune in tomorrow as I will be doing a demonstration of both paints side to side on an actual drawing, so you can see the real difference. Here I'm going to do a close-up with an actual picture with every paint dry, so you can see like the drastic difference there is between them.